Hey, it's Tim K50HY. I wanted to do a quick video on this new antenna I've been running on 10 meters. I got it from a gentleman in Italy. He originally made these portable yagis for 11 meters, and then he started making them for 10 meters. It's a pretty interesting design. It's very easy to set up in about 5 minutes. And you can see in the center, let's see if you can see this, there's a dipole in the center, 10-meter dipole, and it goes out to these two fishing poles. And then wrapped around the outside of the fishing poles, you can see the back here, that black wire going in the back is the reflector. And then up front, this red wire, if you can see it here, that is the director. So it's a 3-element yagi. I've been using it, I've had it about a week now. I've taken it out a few times. And I've tried to get out to the park a little bit earlier so I can get into Europe. And I'll show you some of the cool thing about CW is you actually have data from the reverse beacon network, so you can kind of see how well your signal's getting out, which is a big advantage of using CW, because you actually can see, you know, which beacons you're hitting and where. Today I did hit some beacons in Europe, not as much as the other morning. I got out here a little earlier, but I still got some pretty good DX. I'll show you a map of it here. But let me pull it off and I'll show you how I have it mounted. I have it on a painter's pole. I think it's about a 20-foot painter's pole. I can't put it up quite all the way, it gets kind of flimsy. But I 3D printed a little mount that I'll show you underneath here that kind of holds it. I need to redesign it a little bit because I had to use a little bit of tape to keep it from turning on the mast. But let me pull it off and I'll show you a little closer. All right, I've got the antenna pulled out. I'm about to take it apart, but I'll show you a little bit closer on what we've got. See, the feed point is right in the middle on this aluminum pole. I think he sells two versions. One is a fiberglass pole and one is aluminum. He charges a slightly more for the aluminum, but it wasn't significant, so I decided to go with that. I'll put the details on the antenna in the description on this video in case you're interested. But what we have is 4 partial fishing poles that just slide into this little bracket at the bottom. And then you've got the dipole that goes out, and he has, I guess these are kind of pipe fittings. And so the dipole, you can see the end of it here, it just slides over top of this little pipe fitting here. And then you've got this wire that wraps all the way around to the ends of the fishing poles. So you can see here, this is where the reflector wire goes through. And then you've got the other, this is just a support that kind of bends up. And I believe he's using, it looks like nylon lawn trimming wire that you use in a weed whacker around here. So you can see the reflector, and then here again just a pipe fitting where the dipole comes in, and then the director, the red wire here. So I've been pointing this towards the northeast and getting fairly good results. I'll show you how I have it mounted. I do need to redesign this a little bit. This is just a threaded painter's pole, and I just have a very simple 3D printed mount on here. It threads on there and the antenna just slides on. I need to make this slightly bigger so it has more of a friction fit. I have a little tape on there that helps out, but and also I had one of these break on me because I was printing it upright. What I need to do is I need to print it on its side. Generally speaking, the 3D prints are weakest at the layer lines. So if the layer lines are this way, it'll have a lot more strength and hopefully won't snap. So that's this antenna. I'm pretty happy with it. Like I said, I'll put the information on the antenna in the description of this video.